Okay, then to our next story. You know, political party internal crises in our country are provoked largely by factors such as leadership disputes, ideological fragmentation, and the rise of populism. Now, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, which aimed to be the greatest party in Africa, is today enmeshed in man-made crises. The internal turmoil deepened over the weekend when a parallel leadership group emerged and announced the suspension of acting national chairman, Ambassador Umar Damagun, along with 5 members of the National Working Committee. And so, addressing the press at Abuja on behalf of the faction, PDP National Secretary Senator Samuel Anyanwu proclaimed the party's national vice chairman, North Central, Mohammed Abdul Rahman, as the new acting chairman, national chairman. The late J.F. Kennedy said, let me quote him, "In a crisis, beware of the dangers, but recognize the opportunity." BKO, here we are one more time. We won't tire talking about these issues, or would we? No.
No, what is going on in the PDP is a veritable show of shame. And the leaders of this party should really be ashamed of themselves. They've not conducted themselves very well. They've not put the party first. Let's start with what happened some days back.
Okay.
77-year-old Sule Lamido, one of the founding fathers of the party, said he wanted to contest the chairmanship of the party. Apparently, the leadership of the party was not warm to the idea of Sule Lamido contesting for the chairmanship. Sule Lamido had never left the PDP for any party. It's one of the few examples of Nigerians who have stayed in one party since the year 1998, which predates the advent of this republic. He said he wanted to contest, but they told him, no, you cannot contest. The time is gone. The time ceiling had lapsed. He then decided to go to court. In court, he sought an order of the court to suspend the national convention of the party fixed for Ibadan until the determination of his substantive suit. He brought that motion on notice. But Justice Lifu felt, look, it won't be fair to grant his prayers without listening to the leadership of the party. So Justice Lifu then issued an order that within 72 hours of the respondents, that is the leadership of the PDP, receiving that motion on notice, within 72 hours of being sacked, that they must come forward to explain why he should not grant Sule Lamido's prayers. So now Sule Lamido was seeking to stop the national convention of his party. He remains the most unlikely person that I would have expected to go to the point of trying to stop the convention of his party. That's not all. A group of guys too in the PDP also took the party to court before Justice Omotosho, arguing that the party did not obey its own constitution and the Electoral Act in trying to organize and that convention, national convention built for Ibadan. They claimed that the secretary's signature, that is the secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, that signature did not pass through the notice of that convention that is usually transmitted to the INEC. They also claimed that INEC did not get the 21-day notice before the convention. Now, if INEC statutorily needs to supervise that convention, but the judge ruled that since they did not send the notice within the 21 days stipulated in the law, and since the signature of Samuel Anyanwu, the secretary of the party, did not pass through that document, they cannot hold their convention. The judge went ahead to order the INEC not to honor the convention, not to recognize that convention until those conditions are met, which means the judge is not saying they must never hold a convention, but he's saying that until the conditions are met, they cannot
hold the convention.
Have that convention, which means that technically the convention cannot hold now. Now, the PDP has every opportunity to appeal that judgment, to find a way to set aside that judgment through a superior court so that the convention can hold.
Go ahead, yeah.
I'm sure in this new week, they will try and do that. But what we have seen, which suggests that something is wrong with the leadership of the PDP, is that Samuel Anyanwu and others were suspended. Samuel Anyanwu, the legal advisor of the party, they were suspended, accused of disloyalty to the party. Then, what did we see? A clear implosion of the leadership of the party, a clear factionalization of the leadership of the party, because the people were suspended, then responded by similarly suspending those that they felt engineered their suspension. So, Anyanwu at a press conference announced the suspension of Damagun for incompetence, financial misconduct, and disregard for court judgment. Ologun Agba too was suspended for issuing a statement without the mandate of the party. That's what Samuel Anyanwu said.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the Deputy National Vice Chairman, South, Taufik Arakpajita, the National Financial Secretary, Daniel Oyengiukuru, the National Youth Leader, Sulaiman Kadade, and Deputy National Secretary, Setonji Koshedo, were all suspended. What Senator Anyawu's faction is saying is that these individuals should go and report before the disciplinary committee and show reasons why they should not be expelled from the party. So it is tit for tat suspension that we are seeing. And if we are doing tit for tat suspension to one another, that means your days are numbered as a party.
Okay.
Because when will this end? What is the end game? If the leadership of the party is divided right down the middle and they are suspending one another, I've never seen anything like this. And it suggests that something is really wrong.
Yeah.
Something is really wrong. The question I asked earlier was, okay, so this party could suspend big people. So why did it take them so long to wield the big stick? That is talking about what Ologun Agba and Co. had done. Why didn't they do this? They know the people who had been dividing their parties. They know the people who had made it difficult for the party to stay cohesive. Why didn't they use the big stick until now?
Okay. Thank you, BKO. Asukwa, let's look at it this way. 2004 in this country, I'm sure you remember, the PDP told you it was the biggest party in Nigeria and by extension Africa. It controlled 34 of the 36 state governors, if you remember. And so the question is, where did they drop the ball? That's one. And two, an election in Anambra is this weekend, Saturday, November 8th. If it goes into their party with this shape, in this shape, loses the party, you hear it is the INEC that has compromised. So Nigerians don't want to see the different. They see through this thing. Parties do not respect the laws which they themselves set.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
The thing is, the PDP got it really wrong. The problem really started since 2023, when some of them, or those who are supposed to have looked at the complexity in Nigeria and decide to sacrifice their ambition. And since they decided not to sacrifice their ambition, that was when the issues of PDP. In fact, they started even in their convention. When certain people sat down and said, okay, this particular person will not, be the winner. It has to come to this side.
Yeah.
And even when they were trying to, see, a little bit of, okay, let's shift ground and let me shift ground a bit. Most of them said no. I was even thinking that at some point after the Supreme Court judgment, ruled that Sam Anyanwu is now the national secretary of the party, they would all come together. They came together. I thought, that was, the beginning of good things in PDP, and I want to mention them. Even when some week also said something about the Congress that happened in the Southeast and the South, and mentioned some congresses that has to be dealt with. There are some aggrieved people in the PDP who the entire party is supposed to look at and say, okay, fine, you want this, shall take. You want, okay, take. For the interest of the party. So many people will say, why should they do it? If you love that party, and there are some people who you think that they are key personalities in that party, allow it. But they have refused. Some people will say, no, he's not the owner of the party. Because why? At the end of the day, just like BKO said, because you have refused to do the thing that you did in the past, that thing has come to haunt you. Because look at, if they had wielded the big stick right from day one, because that is what they are doing now. If they have done that right from day one, people would have seen them as being serious. But because they failed to do that in the past. And
if an election comes today and it loses...
They don't, they don't. Everybody is seeing it.
You will be told democracy
Forget
is in trouble.
it. The democracy cannot be in danger when you are saying that their party is already in danger.
Is the everyday Nigerian seeing what we are seeing?
Are they not opening the newspapers? Are they not seeing it? Because look at, you are just giving some set of... See, there are people already, if in Anambra now, everybody is seeing the parties that are campaigning, going from door to door, house to house, campaigning.
Okay.
You understand? Have you seen the PDP campaigning?
Okay.
The governors are all out. Look at the National Working Committee in this complete disarray. The national, acting national chairman suspending the national secretary. Now the national secretary suspending the national chairman. And even, yes, that's what I'm saying.
In the party.
A faction. And then even saying, okay, you know what, we have a new national chairman. So the thing is, the PDP, by now, I'm not sure they know where they are going to. And it is because all of them have ambition, they have refused to sacrifice.
And when tomorrow you hear the ruling party is the one causing trouble in our party, you
will laugh.
Many Nigerians will go to bed with it.
No, you will laugh. Because the APC is just waiting. Their own is, oh, you want to come to our party? We'll open the door for you. There's nobody that will see a good friend that will not take as a friend. Forget it, because we are talking about politics. Politics is all about numbers. It's a game of numbers.
Yeah.
So the more people you have that will give you the numbers, you will accommodate them.
Yeah.
You will not say go. And that is why the president will always sit down and laugh and say, in fact, he is happy that they are destroying themselves. He cannot, the president cannot leave his party and say, okay, PDP, do not fight again. I'm going to solve your problem. No, it's not possible. Their problem gives him joy. Okay. You know, their problem gives him joy. You know, so the PDP has to sit down. BK has given the analysis, the entire analysis of what has happened. I hope
it is not too late in the day for it.
Well, the Anambra election we'll see how it's going to pan out. Because I don't see how they can win that election, because it is now glaring.
Is the PDP taking part?
Do they even know who their candidate is when they have two factions?
Okay. Let the debate continue, as we always say. Now let's tackle the next story. Very important.